If you watched this introduction before, you can just go ahead and fast forward to the tutorial. If you haven't, come with me. Let me show you something. Let's go. We're in the middle of the Mangotech store, and as you can see behind me, we have transformed this space into a tutorial production studio. We're going to teach you how to install, connect, and operate all TrolMaster and ThinkGrow products. Just in case that you don't know about us or who we are, let me enlighten you. Pun intended. We are the co-developers of TrolMaster products and ThinkGrow LED. Nobody knows the products like we do. Why? Because we help TrolMaster and ThinkGrow LED produce the products. We also beta test the products before anybody gets them. We also give you the best post-sale support than anybody in the industry with our tech support team. Nobody can beat us. Stay tuned and let's see this tutorial.
What's going on, guys? My name is Tyler, aka Mango Jr., and today we're going to be going over this 120 watt ICL-300 by ThinkGrow LED. The ICL-300 by ThinkGrow LED is in a league of its own. For starters, it's an inner canopy light, not an under canopy light, as it sits inside the canopy. It also shines 300 degrees by 3 different panel faces, 2 on the side and 1 up top. One of the biggest reasons why this is one of the best lights in the game for canopy lighting is that it's spectrum tunable. You can tune the white, far red, deep red, and UV diodes from 100% down to 1% in 1% increments. Let's go over of what you get with the ICL-300. If you order this, it just comes with the light by itself. All the daisy chain and power cords that you see below are sold separately. It's a la carte because we don't know if you have a 1 light tent or a 40-foot run that might need either one of these cords or a dozen. Let's discuss power cord options that you might need for your ICL-300. We don't know if you have a tent, a single tier room, a double tier room, or even a triple tier room. But let's go over the most common cord used that we sell for the ICL-300. It's going to be this, which is a TDC 120 or a TDC 240, depending on the voltage that you're using. It is a 7-foot long power cord that goes into a twist connect lock to your ICL-300 that then has also a communication dongle that can allow you to plug in an LMAG, which is a group control adapter, or if you're not using group control, you can use an ECS9, which plugs into that communication dongle to run back to your LMAT lighting adapter that then goes back into your Hydro X. Let's go over how to power the ICL-300. For starters, these lights are smart voltage sensing, as they can detect 120 volt, 240 volt, and 277 volt. Most canopy lights in the market operate off a 0 to 10 volt control signal. When daisy chaining lights together, you can do up to about 24. If you had a large commercial grow and you had a bunch of rows, this is going to be really expensive. You'd have to use a ton of LMA14s back to your TrolMaster in order to connect them. However, with ThinkGrow LED, we operate off a digital signal. When daisy chaining these lights together, you can do up to 100 using an LMAT or an LMAG. Now let's talk about the daisy chain cord options that we have for the ICL-300. Once again, before I move on, we don't know if you have a tent, a small grow room, or a commercial facility. If you click the link below, you can see how many LEDs you can string in one line based off your voltage option of 120, 240, or 277. We offer 3 different sizes of daisy chain cord options. For your continuous run, you're going to go ahead and use a TDC2, which is a 1-foot long daisy chain cord that allows you to tie your ICLs in a straight line. If you had a double tier system, or even a 4-foot long bay that connects to another 4-foot long bay, or an 8-foot bay that connects to an 8-foot long bay, and you have a little skip in between your bays, you're going to go ahead and use a TDC3, which is a 2-foot long cord that allows you to reach that ICL to the other bay ICL. If you were trying to connect 2 parallel rows or adjacent rows of ICLs, and they had a little bit of distance between them, you're going to go ahead and use a TDC4, which is a 5-foot long daisy chain cord option that allows you to connect them together. Let's go over some of the key cords that you may need to connect your ICL-300 back to your TrolMaster. For starters, you're automatically going to need an LMAT, which is a lighting adapter that plugs into your line 1 and line 2 on the back of your controller. If you want to do the option of spectrum group controlling your lights, you would use an LMAG. For starters, you're going to need an ECS9, which is a 4-prong communication cable that plugs into the bottom of your ICL that goes back into your LMAT. Once again, we don't know if you have a tent operation or a commercial facility. If you had a small room that doesn't need a long extension of wires, go ahead and use an ECS7 under your ICL into an ECS9 back into your LMAT. If you had a large commercial facility, this puppy right here is going to be your best friend. It's a 500-foot roll of RJ12 wire that allows you to go as long as you want. I want to make a correction of wiring the ICL-300s back to your TrollMaster. The ECS9 that I said you would need, you actually don't need to purchase as it comes with the LMAT or even the LMAG. Let's touch base on the LMAG Spectrum Group Control Adapter. When installing this to your ICL-300s, make sure you install it in an accessible place so that you can easily change the group as you want. Now that we've gone over the power cords and the daisy chain cord options that you might need for these lights, let's go over on how to wire these ICL-300s back to your HydroX Pro controller by TrollMaster. Go ahead and hook these ICLs up now. You're going to take your power cord for whatever power option you need and plug it into your outlet. You're going to go ahead and take your twist lock connect and plug it in with the TDC1. Once these are connected, you're going to go ahead and use the orange twist and plug it in to the bottom of your ICL. Then you're left with a communication dongle. If you're not running group control, then you don't need an LMAG. If you're looking to do that and just run it back to your controller, you're going to go ahead and use an ECS9. Go ahead and connect the 4-prong, seal it so it's waterproof, and connect your RJ12 wire to the back of your LMAT on your HydroX Pro. There, you have successfully wired an ICL-300. Now, let's include the LMAG if you're looking to try to do a group control. Now, if we wanted to group control these ICLs, go ahead and pull out your LMAG. Twist, go ahead and connect the 4-prong, seal it so it's waterproof, and connect your RJ12 wire to the back of your LMAT on your HydroX Pro. Now you've successfully wired your ICL-300 with your group adapter into your HydroX Pro. If you have a commercial facility and you're using our cabinets, this is what it should look like.
Looking deep into my eyes, bend it back and do your